What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time visiting, my name is Matt and today I am out metal detecting for gold. Today I have the Garrett Axiom and it's the very first time I've ever used this metal detector, so I'm really excited to take this machine out and learn all about this machine and see how well it performs. If you like gold prospecting or you like the outdoors, consider subscribing. Now let's go see what gold we can find. So I have my first decent sounding target so far. I'm going to show you what it sounds like on the Axiom here. Basically, this all is like shallow bedrock, but this target is down in like a deep pocket in the bedrock here, so that's a good sign. So let's start digging this up and see what the target is. So here's our hole. I'm about a foot down, and here's what it sounds like on the Axiom. So we're definitely getting a nice signal in there. It's faint, and this is just a pocket that I've dug out pretty much as I can with the pick. I think I just need to start scooping it out with my shovel at this point. There we go, some busted up bedrock there. Yeah, that is just like a crevice or something. Wow. I wonder if this is a post hole. Some rounded rock. Okay, we got something out of the hole. It's a nail. But that was pretty far down in there. That's pretty impressive with this 16-inch monocoil we got on here.
I got first gold.
Yeah, Doug, you got first gold. So I've gone around a little bit with the 16-inch monocoil on the Axiom, and I think that because it's such a big coil, there's going to be a lot of interference because that coil is covering so much ground that there's going to be a lot of ground noise and competing targets. And since I'm just learning this machine and I have it out for the first time, I want to try and minimize all that competing targets and stuff that makes it more difficult to learn the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 11-inch double D coil on the Axiom here and then see if that'll make it a little easier for me to learn this machine and kind of learn the sounds that it makes. So we're going to throw that 11-inch on there and then poke around a little bit and see what we can find. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do some size comparisons of different size gold, and we'll see how close the coil needs to be before the 11-inch double D coil can hear them. So the first piece of gold we're going to take a look at will be this one here, and I'll show you it in my hand so you can get an idea of how big it is, and I'll put somewhere on the screen how much this piece weighs. So we'll do this one first. Put this piece of gold right here, and I'll just slowly start bringing the coil down over this piece of gold here. So right about here is where I'm starting to hear it. And I'd say that's probably about 6 inches above the gold, maybe 6.5, 7 inches or so. Probably closer to 6. And that's a real nice clean tone. And then just out of curiosity, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the iron check and just see what sound this makes when I put the iron check on it. You can only use the iron check with the double D coil, which we have on here. So let's see what that sounds like. It's not making any sound, and the way that the iron check works is that if it's a piece of iron, it's going to give a really low tone, or it might even do like a growl type tone, where on gold or non-ferrous stuff, it's going to be just quiet. And that's what it's doing here. I'll show you again. It's just quiet. And the second one will be this piece here, which is a little bit bigger. It's about the size of a pea, just a tiny bit smaller of a pea. And again, I'll put the weight on the screen. And so this will be our second one. So I'm getting the faintest signal closer to, I'd say 8 inches this time. that's a real smooth tone. We'll do the iron check over it again just to see what it sounds like. So that's the kind of tone that we're looking for this size gold. Goes high then low, and it's a really just clean, easy to distinguish tone going in and out. Okay, and just to show you what iron sounds like with the iron discrimination on the double D, here's what it sounds like without the discrimination. Very loud. Now here's the iron check. It's making kind of a growl, really low growl tone. So that's a pretty neat feature. But Garrett does say not all gold is going to react the way that gold should sound on the non-ferrous, but if you're just trying to be able to quickly distinguish your targets, this is a pretty handy feature to have. But it can be wrong sometimes. All right, so here's our second target. Doug already started this one. So we got a nice signal there. Let's dig that up and see what it is. Okay, finally. So it is out of the hole. We're gonna find out what this thing is. Yeah.
I think it's rust on that.
Okay, it's a real tiny piece of rust.
It was giving us a negative tone once we got closer to it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Super tiny though. Impressed with the sensitivity on the 11-inch double D. All right, so I'm pretty sure I just found my first piece of gold for the day, and it's in the scoop. I just barely cleaned it off and I could see this very tiny little flashy yellow, so I'm pretty positive we have gold in here. And this is the hole that I dug, and I'm gonna take the Garrett Axiom and swing it over the gold so that you can see what it sounds like, and then we'll take a look at this piece of gold that I found. So that's a pretty distinct tone right there. Right there in the middle of the scoop, right here. Haven't cleaned it off yet. So let's clean this off and see how it looks. Yeah, that came up nice and clear for its size. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty impressive. That's a nice piece of gold right there. And it came up really clear for how deep it was. Let's see what else we can find. All right, so I'm just a few feet down from where I found that last piece of gold. In fact, my camera's actually sitting in the hole where I just found that last piece of gold, and I have a nice target right here. So we're gonna dig this one up together. So here's what it sounds like. It's a nice faint target. I think it's right in here. Scrape this back. See if we can move the target. Okay, so it's still in the same spot, right around in here. And we are getting down to the lighter soil, which is a good sign. Okay, check it again. All right, still in the hole. Also a good sign. The deeper it is, the less likely it is to be a piece of trash, but you'd be surprised how far down trash can be found in some of these holes. Okay, let's see if we've moved it. It's still there. Hopefully I don't have to dig too much deeper. I'm gonna have to make my hole wider. All right, hopefully that got it. It's really loud now. I'm still learning this detector, so pinpointing is still a bit of a challenge, but it's right around here. So let's see what we have. Okay, pretty loud. Nothing iron sticking out to me right away, but with how loud it is, could be iron. We'll see. Not in there. What do we have here? Okay, it's a piece of lead. But that picked that up down pretty deep. Good size. And when you're finding lead, I say this all the time, if you're finding lead, that's a good sign, because at least that means that people who are coming out here with VLFs that can distinguish between ferrous and non-ferrous, or like lead and gold versus iron, haven't been out here, or they're less likely to have been out here, and the odds of you finding some gold are better. Well, we are back at the house, and I'm going to show you a real nice close-up shot of that piece of gold that I found here in just a few seconds. I'm super excited to have been able to take out the Garrett Axiom and see how it does, and I'm really excited to get some more experience with that machine. Is it better than some of the Minelab machines? We'll find out. So if that's something that you're also interested in finding out more about, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be doing a lot of videos with the Axiom, because I plan on spending a lot of time with that machine for the next several months, maybe all the way through this year. Who knows? It might be my new go-to machine. So again, if you're interested, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when those videos come out. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button, and I'll see you on the next video.